Two Dogs Sports Show, we back, baby. Drone and Yo, you ready to go? Then let's start the show. Two Dogs are back with a brand new season. Yeah, you know the reason. Sports talk, flavor, got that extra seasoning. Drone and Yo, stay on the go. Looking for scores and stats, then this your show. Two Dogs, they got the breakdown. Yeah, we throw that in T-Town. Look no further, Dan. You have just found the number one sports talk show. Savage picks from Yo, big dog picks from Drone. Wanna welcome y'all back home. Can't forget the latest news. Yeah, them dudes. Let's read them bars. Please say the noise. Free giveaways. Highlights for the game today. Let's start the show. Come on, I lead the way.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, this is Yo here for Two Dog. Drone is on assignment, so I'm gonna hold it down tonight. What I do this weekend? Nothing. Um, just watch college hoop. College hoop has been pretty interesting, but only thing though, the women is a little bit more interesting than the men. And the men, it's all number one seeds. I don't know who all picked a number one seed. I didn't. I thought it would be some kind of upset. But with the new NIL deals coming and the way that college basketball is going, especially the big blue blood schools, I think this is what we're going to see from now on for the near distant future. If there is good players at smaller schools, they're going to get NIL money to come to the bigger schools to improve their rosters and get players that fits their programs. So, is this the new norm for college basketball? I'm going to say yes, or C, as my students would say. Women's is a little bit more interesting, but only reason because they have bigger names. Is it more entertaining? To me, no. But I'm not a pure basketball savant. I'm looking for, when I look for basketball, I want to see athleticism. I want to see precise dribblings, precise shooting, and overall just really good fundamentals and playing above the rim. With the women's game, I don't get that because they don't play above the rim. They do all the other stuff very well, but there's just not a lot of high flying. So it's, some people like it. I'm not a fan of it. I did watch a little bit of UFL this weekend. I'm still on the fence. It doesn't hold my attention. For one, the players aren't really known players. Second of all, it's almost like watching secondary college football because the plays aren't precise. The quarterbacks aren't super crisp. So I don't know what it is about the development level, especially for professional football. It works in some ways, but it's just not. It's not. It doesn't make you want to watch it. I guess because we're on like football overload right now, and right now the draft is coming up. We didn't had the combine, so everybody's waiting for the end of the month. And I will talk about this a little bit later. It's the draft. The draft is the real big thing. So the players are playing now. Most of these cats wasn't really even drafted. They're good football players, but are they the cream of the crop? No. Is this a developmental league? Yes. But how many of these guys really get a shot at the next level? Now I see why some of them are there. because they really need playing experience. But some are just don't have the talent to be at that next level. Um, Baseball. Let me give you my beefs on baseball. For one, it shouldn't take 162 games to figure out the best six teams in each the NL and AL. That's way too long. Second of all, it's rather boring. The big names are the pitchers and the cats that can hit. Everybody else is kind of like, oh, we're here. But are they really, do they really help the team? I don't know. But they make a whole bunch of money and they don't really do a lot. Some of them pitch, some of them hit. But as far as 162 games, and it takes from April to November to figure out who the best team is, it's way too long. Way too long. Way too long. To me, baseball season should end in September. Period. Point blank. End of subject. There's no reason it should go all the way into October and November, and we're watching some baseball when we're in the middle of football season. Baseball season should be ending in September at the beginning of football season. Football season don't interfere in nobody else's season. Baseball, it should be almost over with. Basketball is not in session and hockey's not in session. But why does when football season, every other sport has to start its season in the middle of football season? Why is that? Is it for revenue? Because there's really a lot of people go to games of the NBA in the end of October and the beginning of November? I don't think so. Wouldn't you rather go to a game that's meaningful and everybody's going to be at? Which is going to be the football game on Saturdays and Sundays. So I don't know why the NBA really don't start till Christmas. Christmas seems like the best time because that's their first big television viewing audience is Christmas. But now the NFL is trying to get in on it. And now I'm realizing that Prime is here to stay. Prime is here to stay because in the fall, NBA basketball is going to be on Prime now and hockey. Man. But then I found out that ESPN is letting go of they haven't renewed Major League Baseball's contract. So this is the last season we might see Major League Baseball on ESPN. So what are they going to do to take up all that viewing time that they have that they give the baseball, which was way too much. But we'll see. As far as the NBA is wrapping up. We're at the very end of the season. I think the third and the fourth, the Thunder plays the Lakers as the last two regular home season games for the Thunder. I don't know if they're going to sit everybody or what, but we have the number one seed. Well, the Thunder have the number one seed, and I am a Thunder fan. Houston looks really good, but I think they're beatable. The Lakers, they're up and down. Uh, do you think they can contend with the Thunder? No. Denver's good, but is everybody going to be healthy? Is Murray going to be healthy? We know the Joker is going to do his thing, but is everybody else going to be productive? I don't know. Do I think they can beat the Thunder in a 7-game series? No. The Clippers. They're up and down. Kawhi may or may not play. He's still on load management. I don't understand what load management is. You're a professional basketball player. You're supposed to play 82 games plus playoffs. Most captain hoop can hoop year round. So why is you needing to load manage? You're not having to pick anything up but a basketball. You're running and jumping. That don't seem like that we're asking too much for y'all to make millions and millions of dollars. We just expect you to play. Why the superstars before this never load manage? Kobe Bryant never load managed. Shaquille O'Neal never load managed. Dwayne Wade never load managed. KG never load managed. Michael Jordan never load managed. Magic, Bird, Dr. J. Them guys played 82 games. Why all of a sudden that's a hard thing to do? I don't understand. Phoenix. Phoenix has all this talent and can't beat nobody. I don't know because they don't play enough defense or people just outscore them. And I don't understand the NBA actually now. It used to be 120 was a lot of points scored in the game. The Thunder yesterday put up 145 points against the Bulls. They beat them 145 to 117. Bro, we need to play better defense. 145 points in one game is a lot. This is almost like all-star rally games for our scores.
The Pacers did 162 to the Wizards, 109.
Yeah, 162 to 109. Wizards and Pacers. The Pacers put up 162 points. That's way too many points, bro. Almost 200 points. Almost 170 points. So that averages almost 40 points a quarter or more. That's way too much. Way too much. That's way too much. I'm not understanding. I know they want to, points put people in seats and people want to see scoring. But somebody got to play some defense. That's why you're supposed to play both ends of the floor. You're supposed to play offense and defense. In football, I kind of understand because if defense dominates, then a lot of points are scored. But 162 points in a regular season game, way too much. 130 should be, it should be enough. When you 145, 162, 138, come on now, NBA. Let's do something. Let's batten down the hatches. Something. At least let them play some sort of defense. Like they said, in this era, Michael Jordan would average 45. Michael Jordan would average 45 points. Because you can't D him up. You can't touch him. And if you think that LeBron gets calls, what do you think Michael Jordan would get? What do you think Tracy McGrady would get? Allen Iverson, guys who can really get to the basket. So we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give you some more beefs that I'm gonna go through. I'm not gonna do like drone and rant. But we'll be back. Stay with me. If y'all want to call in, what's the number once again? 918.
Look on the screen. It says call Drone and Yo.
Yeah, 918 856 3873. Holla at your boy. We'll be right back.
Man, it's time to start being more transparent in the body of Christ. Take the mask off. Take the mask off.
Yeah, I think I'll
Have we met? Who
I'll
are
just
you?
beef
Take
the
the
whole
mask
time.
off. Take the mask off.
I'll just beef the
Take the
whole
mask
time.
off. Have we met? Who are you? Take the mask off. I don't fake the funk. I don't perpetrate. Getting too old. Ain't got time to play. I don't fake the funk. I don't perpetrate.
let me go back over
Getting
college.
too old. Ain't got time to play. Preaching righteousness, but you don't let it weigh. God delivered me. I refuse to stray. It take discipline to obey. He's the master potter. I'm just the clay. Choose to fight. Never stop walking. Battle dark forces. Christopher Walken. Preach a great sermon, but you just talking. Minister of Satan. Status stalking. In love with the title, became an idol. Spiritually dead. Check his vitals. Flesh and spirit. There are rivals. Dead flesh game. Suicidal. Die daily. Been crucified. Been resurrected. I hear your lies. Raise of faith. Kept my stride. Got removed the plank from my eyes. Use discernment. True gift of the spirit. Scripture based in every lyric. I talk it loud. Plus walk it out. No DJ no fear, no doubt. Gwen Stefani, holla back, breathing life on every track. Be transparent, take off the mask. The word of truth forever lasts. Take the mask off, take the mask off. Have we met? Who are you? Take the mask off, take the mask off, take the mask off. Have we met? Who are you? Take the mask off. I don't fake the funk, I don't perpetrate. Getting too old, ain't got time to play. I don't fake the funk, I don't perpetrate. Getting too old, ain't got time to play.
You got the mask on and you feeling sad, son. Never felt the love of a dad, cause you never had one. Never knew that you wore the mask, if you knew you had one. You probably
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah Wise, the Community Development Director for Supporters of Families with Sickle Cell Disease.
And my name is Lindsay Corbett, Community Health Worker Director of Supporters of Families with Sickle Cell Disease in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like you, we are weary of this pandemic. Unfortunately, people of color are disproportionately affected by this virus. The COVID-19 vaccine has been shown effective, not in keeping us from getting the virus, but from hospitalizations and death.
So let me ask you, will you roll up your sleeve and get the vaccine? It's the best shot we've got at fighting this virus. Do it for your life, your family, and your community. To find out more information about the COVID-19 and how it's impacting Oklahomans like you and me, and to find out vaccination sites, go to vaxok.org. That is vax, VAX, OK.org.
Hey Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome to Black Wall Street Tees and Souvenirs, where you can get the best Black-owned t-shirts, apparel, and souvenirs right here in the heart of Tulsa. For more information, please call 918-523-0608 or shop online with us at bwstshirts.com. And we hope to see you soon.
Yeah.
Man, it's time to start being more transparent in the body of Christ. You know?
I wanna be just like Christ. 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 I wanna be just like Christ.
I had a rough life, cause a lot on my own in my younger life. I was a rolling stone. If you're looking for me, I'm probably at home unless I'm ministering. Then I'm out on the road. Had a short fuse, TNT would explode. PTSD from
Welcome back. This 2 Dog. All right, going to revisit NCAA's men's basketball. So this weekend we have number 1 Houston against number 1 Duke. We have number 1 Auburn against number 1 Florida. So my bracket was all beat up. I still have Houston winning it all, and I still have Houston winning it all. So I think it's going to be Auburn, Houston in the championship game, and I have Houston beating Auburn by 10 to 15 points. I just think Houston's defense is going to stifle Duke, even though Duke is so much bigger and they're supposed to have the player of the year in flag. I just think that them boys from H-Town, just their defense is so solid. They shut everybody down. Look what they did to Tennessee. Tennessee was a top 5 scoring offense this year in the NCAAs. Houston beat them by 20. 20. That is playing great defense. I don't think none of the SEC teams have seen defense like what Houston can do to you. And they do it very subtly. You know, they don't even really press a lot. They show glimpses of presses, but they really don't press. They just play very good half-court D. And so unless you're going to try to speed up the tempo and try to run against them so y'all get easy baskets, but if it comes down to bringing the ball up slow, trying to run your offense, trying to run picks and screens and stuff against Houston, that's not going to work. So I have Houston winning it easily. I don't think it's going to. Duke might give them a better shot than Auburn will, but I still think Houston is going to beat them both. I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be entertaining. But we get it Sunday, Saturday, and Monday. Saturday and Monday. Then the women on the other days. And to me, I still think South Carolina's going to win. They have their UConn looks good, but I don't know UConn is going to be able to beat South Carolina. UCLA, I don't think it's going to be able to beat South Carolina. I got South Carolina winning it with Ghost Staley, and that's the way college is going to go. It's going to be entertaining. All eyes should be on it because we're down to the Final Four. But with no Cinderellas and really no big upsets this year, especially once you get past the Sweet 16. So now we need to do something where we get better. We need to do something to get players where we at least know their names. We know more of the school and the coach than we knew the players. Like in college basketball, there's Blue Bloods, there's Kentucky, there's Arizona, there's Kansas, there's North Carolina, there's Duke, there's Connecticut, there's Syracuse, there's Michigan State. Those are Blue Bloods of college basketballs. Or UCLA and USC, I think probably belongs in that category as well. But then you have the mid-majors, you know, the Gonzagas and Creighton and Drake and, you know, all of those teams, which are good teams, and usually they might make a run. But I think with the NIL now, I think all that's null and void now. If you're at a mid-major, unless they put together a solid group and somebody slips through the cracks, the Blue Bloods are pretty much is going to be where the cream of the crop talent is going to go. Is that fair? I'm going to say no, but money talks. Everything else runs a marathon. When you start talking major paper for a kid that's 19 to 20 years old, and you talking about give him $7 million, and he can go buy him a Lamborghini and actually be able to make the down payment and pay the car off, what do you think a kid with 20-year-old is going to do with $7 million, where his room and board is being covered, and he has $7 million to do whatever he wants to do with? Once you buy your mama a crib and get your family squared away, what are you gonna do with? Okay, say that takes $2 million. You have $5 million. You get if you had a big school, your gear gonna be on point because your shoe game gonna be on lock. Your shoe game gonna be on lock. So what are you gonna spend your money on? I know if I was 20 to 19, I'm gonna go buy me a really, really nice car and some jewelry. Stuff I can't usually buy just because of my talent. And hopefully I'm gonna sign a couple of more NIL deals where I'm making a pretty good living for myself, where I'm going to school and making bukus of money, and my education and room and board is paid for, and they're gonna feed me. That's like winning in both worlds. Now I see why one of the college players, one of the women college players, decided to go Miller, Olivia Miller from Notre Dame. Check this out. She is supposed to enter the draft. She said, "No, I'm not going to enter the draft. I'm going to enter the transfer portal. And I'm going to probably go to the highest bidder. So whoever gives us probably the most NIL money and it fits is where she's going. And she's going to go and she's going to stay in college instead of coming to the pros. Hopefully we get more of that. So we can create bigger names and we can actually really have solid players who come to the next level in the WNBA and the NBA. Okay, now let's go to the draft. The draft is looking very interesting. First of all, Aaron Rodgers, free agency. Aaron Rodgers still hasn't picked where he wants to go. It's out of Minnesota or the Steelers. He came in last Friday and had a very good, productive meeting, I heard, with Pittsburgh personnel and Mike Tomlin. Then he also went Tuesday and talked to the Minnesota brass to see if he wants to play. But he hasn't decided on where he's playing. To me, I don't think it really makes a difference. I don't think both of those teams are a quarterback ready to make a deep playoff run. Both of them, you're going to have to deal with a very good division with up and comers and potential winning teams. Detroit is in the NFC North. Baltimore and the Bengals are in the AFC North. Plus the Bears and who else is in that division? And the Packers. So both of those divisions are very tough. One you're playing outside, the other you're playing inside. But you still got to go and play in everybody else's stadium. And Detroit is indoors. But Chicago and Green Bay is outdoors. And then in the AFC North, everybody's outside. Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Baltimore. So would I want to go to any one of those divisions if I had a choice? No. But how much money do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to ask to play at 41 years old? And he's won 4 MVPs. He gonna want a whop, and they gonna give it to him. Is it gonna help them win it all? That's to be seen, because Kansas City is still there. Let's don't forget, Kansas City is still in the AFC. Buffalo is still in the AFC. Pittsburgh Steelers. In the NFC, Philly is still there. Tampa Bay is still there. The Rams is still there. So it ain't gonna be no easy cakewalk. So I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is gonna be the guy that gets any of those two teams over the hump. It's just really interesting that everybody's waiting on a 40-something-year-old guy who hurt his Achilles that think that's gonna get them over the hump. That's just incredibly, and they're waiting on him to make a decision. But what if he says, I'm just gonna go and retire? Then what are you gonna do? Then you got Mason Rudolph for the Steelers and McCarthy, who hasn't started a game ever for Minnesota. And guess what Mason Rudolph's record as a starter is? 9-8-1. So he's just above 500. Just above 500. So I think y'all need to go at least draft a quarterback. Minnesota has a guy. He ain't played a game yet. I don't know how good he's going to be. He came from a very good program with a very good coach and won a national championship. But now you with the big boys. Can his game really transcend to the NFL? We don't know. I haven't seen him throw a pass yet in the NFL. Then he got hurt. So we'll see. Everybody gonna say, well, yo, you gotta talk about your Cowboys. To me, the Cowboys, I think, this is what I think. We're not gonna be able to really compete in our division. We're not gonna win our division this year. That's already a done deal. We have to face the Commanders twice and the Eagles twice. Right now, do I think the Cowboys can beat neither one of those teams unless somebody gets hurt? No. Why, yo? Why do you say that y'all can't beat the Eagles and the Commanders? Because we don't draft well enough and we don't make the proper moves, because the guy up top is, to me, is not a true football guy. We need a true football guy at the helm, the general manager, to help make these decisions. Because there's no way on God's green earth that Derrick Henry lives in Dallas, said he wanted to be a Cowboy, and nobody from the Dallas Cowboy organization gave him a call. That makes no sense. None. Nada. Zilch. Zero. Nothing. It makes no sense. And so now, the guy that is going to be a running back, he's a free agent. So either we're going to have to pay him some money or he's gone. So it's Dak and CD with a new offensive coordinator. We got a head coach that's never been a head coach before. To me, this sounds like Tank job. This sounds like Tank. We're going to ship Dak off next year, and we're going to draft Archie Manning. And then we're going to come back to life and be the Dallas Cowboys everybody expects us to be. I'm just telling y'all now, next year won't be the Cowboys year. Because I don't think right now, with the roster as it is, can we beat the Rams? No. Can we beat the Eagles? No. Can we beat the Commanders? No. Can you beat Detroit? No. Can you beat Minnesota? No. Well, we might get lucky and outscore a couple. Yes. But as far as a deep playoff run, and we have to face those teams in the NFC, done deal, bro. Hang it up. Call it quits. It's a done deal. So, but the draft, everybody's Adores is no, I forgot his name. The linebacker for Penn State, he didn't work out at his pro day. He said he had done enough and he got enough tape. If you want to see what he can do, watch the tape. He said he's the most dominant football player that we've seen in the last decade. That's to be seen. Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders. To me, I like Shedeur Sanders more. I watched more of him in college because he's in Colorado. Everybody says he holds on to the ball too long. But I think he's pretty much pro ready to play football. And y'all have to remember, he didn't have just the best of offensive lines. So if you can give him an offensive line and some weapons, I think Shedeur Sanders is going to know what to do. And he can run an offense. He can run hurry up. He can run pro set. He can run play action. Whatever you need him to do, he can do. And he's tough. He don't mind getting hit. We saw that in college. He was getting, I think he was the number 1 and number 2 hit quarterback in the league. Bro, so I don't want to hear, oh, he's the only reason he's this good because no, he didn't put in the work. He didn't got his own stripes. He ain't going off his daddy's merit. He don't even play the same position his daddy played. He plays a whole different position. And I think he's built to be an NFL quarterback and be on that stage and that plateau. Cam Ward looks the part. He can make all the throws. And wherever he goes, I think if they get some talent around him, he's going to be good. It just depends on where he goes. And what are y'all going to put around him? Because it's not just a quarterback. It's offensive line. It's running backs. It's receivers. It's the whole gambit. To me, the best rounds of the NFL this year is going to be the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round. It's going to be a lot of jewels and gems in those rounds that are not going to be big names, but are going to become big names once they reach the next level. Is it going to be a sleeper? It probably will be, because I'm pretty sure the NFL scouts and personnel department is doing their homework, crossing their I's, dotting their T's, and making sure they get a dude that's going to fit their profile and what they're looking for in a player. So right now, I see Tennessee is going to make a bunch of moves because they're going to try to really improve. And a lot of teams on the lower end is going to make, I think the Raiders are going to make a lot of moves to get more capital and more draft stock. Because there's a lot of good players. And I think the running back position is going to come back to its past glory. We've seen this year, every team that was really, really, really good had a what? Running back. The running back they tried to devalue the position, but it's hard to devalue a position that has to do everything. A quarterback doesn't do everything. A quarterback never really has to block unless it's a end around or a reverse or something like that. But a running back has to do all three. He has to block, he has to run routes, and he has to run the rock. He's the only person that does all three and is supposed to do all three and all three well. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. Third, fourth, and fifth round, you're gonna see a lot of running backs come out and get drafted high, especially if they can do multiple things well. Not only are they pro ready, can they run the rock and can they run routes? If they can do all three, they're going to go high, and they're going to be a very good facet in a lot of people's stable of running backs. So now what else we're going to talk about today? Hey, you can still call in. You can still call in. I'll take your calls. I'll take them right here on the air, and it'll be fun. But right now, we're going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back to close the show. So come back. Stick with me. $2.
It's your boy Trinity Trey and my bro.
Heathen Massey, holy heathen.
Yeah, you gon' be surprised. They gon' be surprised when they recognize Jesus in the skies. Yeah, you gon' be surprised. They gon' be surprised when they recognize Jesus in the skies. Yeah. It's time to testify. Devil is a lie. Open up your eyes. See Jesus in the skies. It's time to testify. The devil is a lie. Open up your eyes. See Jesus in the skies.
They can't believe that I was worthless, now I'm purchased. Kingdom rapper, big stepping in my purpose. Yeah, they can't believe that I was worthless, now I'm purchased. What? Kingdom rapper, big stepping in my purpose.
I know His grace sufficient. I can fall at any minute. So I say spirit filled so they can tell that Jesus did it. He did it. Satan judged me with a grudge. I've been acquitted. True. Jesus love like a drug. Amen. I've been addicted. He let the 99 come and find me. I'm here today cause God delays a perfect timing. I wasn't deep or destroyed by my inner demon. Okay, now I'm transformed, reborn. Jesus in the heathen. My faith is dangerous. I've been translated. Speaking in angelic language. Can you translate it? No. Remodel, renovate it. You can go investigate it. True. I got the holes in my hands. Authenticated. Look, I hear you talking about maturity. Gossip all you want. Man, my salvation worth more than anything I bought. Bang. He planted the seed, now I'm freed and I'm bearing fruit. Okay. Freshly squeezed, flood the streets. What does Jesus do? Hey, since I changed, I hear him say how great I am. Okay. I tell him it ain't me. It's the great I am. Yeah. Since I changed, I hear him say how great I am. True. Look, homie, it ain't me. It's the great I am. You gon' be surprised. They gon' be surprised when they recognize Jesus in the skies. Yeah. You gon' be surprised. They gon' be surprised when they recognize Jesus in the skies. Yeah. It's time to testify.
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Okay.
3, decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
Hey, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome to Black Wall Street Tees and Souvenirs, where you can get the best Black-owned t-shirts, apparel, and souvenirs right here in the heart of Tulsa. For more information, please call 918-523-0608 or shop online with us at bwstshirts.com. And we hope to see you soon.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
To the beach, y'all.
Welcome back. It's Tudo. This is Joe. Here there holding it down by myself. All right, now let's talk about the NBA. First, let's talk about the fight against the Pistons and Timberwolves. Okay. It was interesting. It wasn't a melee like the last one against the Pacers and Pistons. It wasn't that with Ron Artest going up in the stands beating up fans. But, these are grown men. And, doing little slick stuff over a time, a dude is going to get fed up. So, was it some pushing and shoving? Yes. These are grown men who are trying to compete. But when it starts to get personal, it gets personal. Was it a little bit of a skirmish? Yes. Did that many people need to get ejected? To me, no, because I didn't see really no punches being thrown. So if you can get ejected for pushing someone, then the NBA need to do something. Does it give the sports fans and the media something to talk about? Yes. To me, can this be swept under the rug? Yes. Why? Is the Pistons going to make the playoffs? Maybe. Or are they going to make some noise in the East? No. To me, it's out of two teams in the Eastern Conference for the NBA. It's either the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Boston Celtics. There's no other two teams. That's the game that we want to see out of the East. And if we don't get that, the Eastern Conference is going to be null and void. I'm sorry. You can kind of go to sleep on them. It's not going to be entertaining. It's not going to be close. I don't think no other team in the East can compete with them two squads if they're at their full force. When they say, yo, what about the Bucks? Dame Lillard is hurt. And they have no second dude. They had traded away Middleton. To me, the Bucks is through. They like that old bait that you keep using and think it's gonna come back to life and gonna help you catch some fish. No, it's not. Throw it away. Y'all need to get y'all some new bait. Period. The Pacers. I don't see the Pacers beating nobody. Orlando. Orlando can beat some teams, but not the cream of the crop in the East. Who else is there? The Knicks. The Knicks might make some noise, but I don't think they have enough firepower. That means enough scoring to beat Cleveland and Boston. Both of them teams shoot a lot of threes and can beat you in totally different ways. It's going to be hard for the Knicks to compete with that. Brooklyn, no. Wizards, no. Houston, Atlanta, no. Chicago, no. Toronto, no. Do I need to go through the whole East? Miami Heat, no. Hang it up. Y'all through. Y'all finna go fishing and try again next year. Period. Now the West is a whole different story. The West is a little bit deeper, but do I see any? Golden State has a shot. Phoenix, no. Clippers has a shot. Denver has a shot. Dallas has a shot. Lakers have a shot. Houston has a shot. But any of them teams gonna beat the Thunder? And the Thunder has a home field advantage all the way through the playoffs. The only time they don't have home field advantage if they face Cleveland. And if they don't face Cleveland, Oklahoma City will have home field advantage all the way through the finals. So this is one the Thunder need to bring on home. We need to put this up in the rafters. KD and Westbrook and them didn't get it done. But I think SGA and these boys might be able to pull it off. And I would love, I'm going to say it again, love if that happens. I will definitely go watch them next year. Right now, their tickets is way too high for the Savage to try to go down there and watch them play. You know, not only do you have to pay extremely high prices to watch them play, it's almost $50 to park. So I'll watch it at the crib for free. Free. What else do I want to cover? Yeah, since we almost out the door, I'm gonna go and hit up boxing. We got another good fight coming up this weekend. In the fall, well, in September, we have Canelo is going to fight Terrence Crawford for the 168 belt. Terrence Crawford is going to move up 2 weight classes in order to fight Canelo. I think Canelo is bit off. Canelo is bit off way more than he can chew. This is not a dude that's past his prime. He might be coming up in 2 weight classes, but Terrence Crawford is the real deal. He's a true old school fighter. He's going to come in and he's going to try to hurt Canelo. If he has enough power to hurt Canelo or to back Canelo up off of him, Terrence Crawford will win the fight. Once again, that Canelo done bit off too much to chew. The only other dude Canelo has lost to is who? Floyd Mayweather Jr., who was undefeated. Guess what Terrence Crawford is? He's undefeated. Canelo, I know you want the big money fight, but this one you should have tried to avoid. I think you would have had a better shot at fighting Benavidez than you would trying to fight Terrence Crawford. It's going to be a lot of people that is going to be rooting for Canelo, and I know he has a big fan base, and he brings a draw. I get all that. I know he's the money guy. Everybody has to fight the money guy, but sometimes you need to try to avoid killers that's on the payroll and fight the dude that's lackluster and just wants a check. Terrence Crawford ain't fighting for the check. He's coming to hurt somebody. He actually fights like you actually was trying to holler at his baby mama. That dude's dangerous. You usually leave that dog on the porch and don't let him out the front gate. You let Terrence Crawford out the front gate, you're gonna be in trouble. Canelo, I think you're in trouble. You better train. You better train good, and you better be able to put your glove up on the right side of your face. Because if you don't do that, you're gonna get hit in it, and then gonna get hit in it a lot. And if he can hurt you, you through with money. Because he has I think 96% knockout percentage once he gets you in trouble. He's nothing to play with. I know the money's great, but not all money is good money. They say that in dominoes. Not all money is good money. Sometimes you need to let that dog sleep. If he's on the porch sleep, you need to let him be and let him stay asleep. Wrestling is getting pretty interesting, but to me, I can see all of it coming. Like the Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk match. Everybody is trying to be in WrestleMania. Is this going to be quite entertaining? Yes. Will I watch it? Yes. But am I going to be as enthusiastic as I was against what it was last year? No, unless they have something stupendously hiding in the winds that they haven't let be known, then I think it's going to be a status quo. Baseball season is starting. We'll see if we get any interesting stories out of it. The NFL still the top dog and it's going to lead off. And I salute y'all for sticking with me. Come back to get same bad time, same bad channel. Me and Drone will be back in here. Drone will go on his rants once again and complain and complain and complain. But that's why I'm here. I'm here for the voice of reasoning. I like how I said that. The voice of reasoning. So you bark at us, we bark back. Woo! Yeah.